Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Sharjila Hamid and today I am going to talk about one of the cell organelles, that is mitochondria. We all know that a cell is broadly divided into two parts, outer covering and protoplasm. Protoplasm comprises cytoplasm and nucleus. In cytoplasm, different cell organelles are suspended like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, lysosomes, and one of these is mitochondria. Mitochondria are also known as parabasal bodies, vernicules, chondrosomes, plasmosomes, and phyla. These are different names of mitochondria. Mitochondrion was first discovered by Albert von Kolliker in 1857 and he named them granular bodies. After him, Fleming came and he named them phyla. And it was finally Carl Benda who coined the term mitochondria. And since then, the name mitochondria is being followed. Mitochondria are basically rod-shaped structures or spherical structures that are associated with Krebs cycle. They are the site of cellular respiration in the body. I just mentioned the term Krebs cycle, so let me tell you briefly about it. Krebs cycle is also known as citric acid cycle or TCA, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is a series of biochemical reactions, that is different biochemical reactions take place during this cycle and breakdown of pyruvate takes place. Energy is released which is stored in the form of ATP molecules or adenosine triphosphate molecules. This cycle is catalyzed by 7 enzymes in mitochondria. And these ATP molecules, they are termed as energy currency of cell. This is because the energy stored in these molecules is required by the body to perform metabolism and for mechanical work as well. Since these ATP molecules are released by mitochondria, so mitochondria are termed as powerhouse of the cell. So mitochondria are termed as powerhouse of the cell. Now let's talk about size and occurrence of the cell organelle. Mitochondria are generally 0.5 to 1 micrometer thick and 5 to 10 micrometer long. And they are ubiquitous in eukaryotic cells. They are mostly found in all eukaryotic cells. But they are absent in prokaryotic cells and mammalian RBCs. Now the question arises, if mitochondria are absent in these cells, so where do they get their energy from? Because it is mitochondria where energy is released. And every cell requires energy. If we talk about RBCs, they get their energy from anaerobic glycolysis, and in case of prokaryotic cells, they get their energy from the ATP molecules produced on their cell membrane. Let's now talk about the structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria are double membrane cell organelles. They have two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. Here is, this one is outer membrane and this one is inner membrane. And these two membranes have different properties. The outer membrane is porous and fully permeable. It allows all the molecules to pass through it. This one membrane. Whereas this very membrane, it is selectively permeable. It allows only certain molecules to pass through it based on their molecular properties. And these layers are composed of phospholipid bilayers and proteins. The space in between these two layers is called perimitochondrial space. And this inner membrane, here you can see this one, it has these foldings. These are called cristae. The function of these is that they expand to increase the area for ATP generation. And they are studded with F1 particles or oxysomes, these here. These particles are present on these cristae, on these foldings. And these particles are the site of cellular respiration. That is, cellular respiration takes place in these particles. when a mitochondrion was observed under an electronic microscope, it was revealed that there is a matrix, jelly-like fluid in intracystal space. In intracystal space. This is the space between two cristae, and there is circular DNA structure, ribosomes, lipids, proteins, and even enzymes. As I mentioned that there are ribosomes, so they have their own ribosomes. Mitochondria can synthesize their own proteins, and they have their own DNA as well. Their genome is called mitogenome. Since they have their own DNA, apart from the nuclear DNA, they have the ability of self-replication, and that's why they are known as semi-autonomous bodies. In each cell, the DNA or the genetic material is present in the nucleus of the cell. But mitochondria is that cell organelle which has its own DNA apart from the nuclear DNA, and that is why it can replicate itself. Now at last, let me tell you about the functions of mitochondria. Mitochondria help in the cellular respiration, as I already mentioned. So that is the ATP generation. And apart from the ATP synthesis, they also play an important role in other processes like calcium signaling, cell growth, and even programmed cell death. At last, I will tell you some additional points about this cell organelle. The largest mitochondria is found in a frog called Rana pigrans, and it is about 20 to 30 micrometer in size. And the maximum number of mitochondria are found in giant amoeba, which are about 50,000. Number of mitochondria vary from organism to organism or from cell to cell. Like in RBCs, there is no mitochondria, whereas in liver cells, there may be about 2,000 mitochondria. And like that, the overall maximum number are found in giant amoeba. And I already said that these mitochondria are double membrane cell organelles, but chlamydomonas are the organisms in which single membrane mitochondria are found. These were some additional points about mitochondria and a brief lecture about the cell organelle. Thank you.